100,000 Islamic Stories for All Muslims. Islamic Stories for All Muslims Episode 11. The Importance of Traveling with Your Family in Islam. Today's discussion is the importance of traveling with your family. 5 important reasons why you should pack your kids and travel overseas. Today, Elle will be sharing with you all the 5 important reasons why you should travel with your kids and your wife, who is a mother of all your children and a teacher of your children. Traveling overseas can be a challenge, especially with children. When unexpected things happen, you don't have the comfort of familiarity or being home. When your children get sick, it could mean being stuck in your hotel room for a few days. This is not to put you off, because on the other side of traveling with kids are the advantages. These far outweigh what could go wrong. The most important is that it builds their character. If you want your children to be less self-centered, be understanding, get along with others, to be kind and grateful, then pack your suitcases and start planning an overseas trip with them. Here are 5 great reasons why you should travel overseas with your kids. 5 important reasons why you should travel with your kids overseas. 1. Learn about other cultures. Children live in a world that revolves around themselves. They do what everyone else in their society does. Rarely do they step outside of their own world and see how others live their lives. Unless they have multicultural friends whom they hang out with on a regular basis at their homes, then children won't get to see other cultures being lived. Traveling to a country with a different culture does this. They are thrust right in the middle of a different culture. Everywhere they turn, they cannot not see it. They quickly learn that they're not the only one in this world. There are others and other ways of doing things. This is the richness of life on this earth. When your children travel the world, they will realize how small they are in the grander scheme of things. They become humble and less arrogant that their way of living is the only way. 2. Develop empathy. The more that your children travel to different countries with different cultures, the more they will see and understand the differences in people as well as the similarities. They will learn that although we look different and do things differently, we are all humans with the same basic needs, such as love, safety and peace. It becomes easier for your children to see things from other people's perspective. They develop empathy. This lets your children get along with others and treat them nicely. They become less narrow-minded as their own is open to many others. 3. Become tolerant and accepting of others. Children who learn about other cultures and have empathy are more likely to be tolerant and accepting of others. The world is a much better place if we all have this and encourage it in our children. What better way than to travel with our kids? Allah says in the Quran, Al-Hujurat 49:13, O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Indeed, Allah is knowing and acquainted. Traveling with our children to other cultures and living among the people allows us to get to know one another. When we know one another, we're likely to treat each other well and have better relationships with others. 4. More kind and generous. When children travel and experience other cultures, their developing empathy allows them to be kinder. They understand how others feel and will treat them more kindly, the way they want to be treated themselves. They become more generous and want to help others. These acts of kindnesses are what is encouraged in Islam. Allah says, Woe to those who pray, who are heedless of their prayer, who pray to be seen and withhold small acts of kindness. Surah Al-Ma'un 107, 4-7. 5. More grateful and appreciative. When your children come home after having traveled overseas, they become more appreciative of the things that they have at home. After going for a few weeks without their cozy home, they are grateful for it. Everything becomes dear: their comfortable bed, their familiar neighborhood, their predictable friends, their habitual routine. This is comfort in the familiar. The other appreciation they have is for having something rather than nothing when they've seen poverty. They have done what the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Do not look to those above you, lest you view the favors of Allah as trivial. Al-Bukhari and Muslim. When children see people who have less than them, they are more appreciative of what they do have. These children are more optimistic and are satisfied with their lives. So throughout this week, I am traveling with my son to let him see the world. I hope you learned something from the story. Please support us by clicking on the subscribe button, it will help us keep going. Note, this story is not just for Muslim only, but also for non-Muslim. This is not just a story, but it is a lesson to build our future. We are not just telling a story, but it is for you to learn from this story to change your life or to build your own future.
That is the story for today. I will also plan time to travel with my family. Indeed, it is a great time discussing about the importance of travel. Thank you, Mr. Abubakar Abdul Salam. Thank you for the story. We are expecting you next week with another story. Please learn something from the story. So audience, this is how it will be going. So you can support us by donating to our bank account to helps us more, and also we don't just want to make only animation video. We are planning in buying camera for other videos with the money you donate to us. Thank you all for your support. We will appreciate it if you all cooperate. Do not forget to share the video with your loved ones.
Bank name, Union Bank. Account number, 01600011586. Account name, Farid Abubakar. 100,000 Islamic stories line for Muslim and non-Muslim.